Hello Elvis fans. Let's talk today about what is a conspiracy theory. If I said to you right now the word conspiracy, most likely the first thing that would come to your mind is the word theory. We have been conditioned to associate the word theory with the word conspiracy. But what is a conspiracy theory? This video is for all of the people that send me emails and messages saying that I'm just a conspiracy theorist causing trouble. A theory is a supposition. It's an idea, a concept, a hypothesis. It requires no evidence whatsoever. I could say I'm going to hit the lottery one day. That's a theory. What if I bought a ticket? Once I buy a ticket, it's no longer a theory, it's a possibility. How many tickets do you have to buy for it to go from possibility to a probability? When we're told a story by the news or really from anywhere, when we are told that something is the truth, there's three stages that we go through. There's denial, there's opposition, there's widespread acceptance that it's common knowledge. We were told on August 16th, 1977, Elvis Presley was dead. And for a long time, that was accepted as common knowledge. But let's stay off of the subject of Elvis for a while, because that's where people think I'm trying to mislead them. Let's talk about 911. You've all heard recent stories about conspiracies about 911. We all remember that day. What if someone came to you and said the whole thing was a conspiracy set up by our own government? That would be a theory. What if they had a piece of evidence? What if they had a slow motion video that they could freeze frame? We were told that we had commercial airlines slammed into the side of the World Trade Center. These commercial airlines were carrying passengers. What if someone had a slow motion video that showed that this was a plane with no windows, no American airline seal on the side of the plane? Would it become a possibility instead of a theory at that point? How many pieces of evidence would it take for it to become a probability? Let's say we have a commercial airplane that has twin engines, and each engine weighed in excess of 40,000 pounds. What if this plane was carrying 8,000 gallons of fuel? What if this plane was 124 feet wide and in excess of 44 feet tall? What if this plane slammed into the Pentagon? What would you expect to happen? What if I told you that this plane only left a 16-foot hole? What if we have pictures of a plane slamming into the World Trade Center and there's something strapped to the bottom of it, and it's been shown to be a 3D image that couldn't be a shadow? What if you slowed down the reel to slow motion again and you see an explosion before the plane impacts the building? Are we now to the point of a probability instead of a possibility? We're beyond theory. So at what point are things not theories anymore? How many pieces of evidence does it take? Because once there's a piece of evidence, it's no longer a theory, it's a possibility, and eventually a probability. What if the person responsible, or supposedly responsible, for the actions of 911 was trained by our own CIA? Would you get suspicious? Would it become more probable? Is what I do really a conspiracy theory? How many pieces of evidence? One piece of evidence could make it a possibility, right? What about 50 pieces of evidence? Can we move on to probability at this point? You know, everybody remembers when we captured Saddam Hussein, and when we eventually killed him. You couldn't turn on the television without seeing a picture of a dead Saddam Hussein. They wanted to show us. They wanted it burned into our brains that they got this guy. And every time you turned on the television, turned over to the news, on the screen was a picture of Saddam Hussein's body. Well, after about 10 years, and we got Osama bin Laden after these 911 attacks, did you ever see his body? He was trained by our own government, and they told us they finally got him after 10 years. But they did not see a need to prove anything to us like they did with Saddam Hussein. They simply said they threw his body overboard into the ocean. Did they? Is it possible that that's not the truth? Is it probable that that's not the truth? That's for you to decide. When I got into this, going on 26 years ago, into this Elvis conspiracy theory, I saw some evidence that made it possible that Elvis was still alive. In the last 26 years, I've seen more than enough to make it probable. So, if you want to send me nasty emails, it's okay. You know, I answer some of them. I don't have time to get to all of the ridiculous comments that I get. But you can call me a conspiracy theorist all you want. But I believe I'm way beyond any theory. Remember, a theory takes no evidence. Anything, any idea that you have can be a theory without anything whatsoever to back it up. Well, I've got plenty to back up. It's all out there for you to read. So let's move forward. What can I call this now? Let's see. How about the Elvis conspiracy probability? I like that, because that's where we are, and there's no denying it. One day, maybe what I'm trying to tell everybody will be what is accepted widespread as common knowledge. And maybe what we heard back in 1977 will just fade away. Who knows? But I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to keep doing what I do. And until we meet again, have a great day. Thank you very much.